Hi, Facebook world. So, today is the last day of November, and I've been meaning to maybe go live or do a post over the last couple of days, maybe weeks. I got a challenge, and for any of you that know me know that I'm pretty competitive and I like a challenge, but a guy that I met earlier in the year in Borneo, we won a trip overseas, and I met him there, and he has offered to donate $1,000 to my Movember charity if I was able to get, and he set certain guidelines, and it was 10,000 was like kind of what I'd take. He said 50,000, and I'm like, okay, that's crazy. I'm pretty sure that the cutoff was a few days ago, but I'm going to go live anyway, because even if we can like, share, and comment this video as many times as you can, and reach as many people as we can, I've got some statistics that are really mind-blowing. And for anyone that doesn't know, the Movember Foundation is a charity for men's health, and a lot of guys think it's just for prostate cancer or testicular cancer. But it's actually about mental health as well, and it's about the well-being of our men. The statistics are crazy. I just recently made friends with a really beautiful guy here on the Central Coast, and his best mate had taken his life just 4 weeks earlier. They had no idea it was going to happen. I also have another beautiful friend, Alison, and she lost her best friend only a couple of weeks ago. And you just don't know what people are going through. And I'm going to throw it out there right now. If we can get 10,000 people to like, share, or comment on this video, who in your family and your friends and your circle, whose life could this video save? And I do truly believe that my video right now could save someone's life. Suicide is not the answer. It is frightening. And I had one of my good friends, and it's actually, I didn't even realize that I'd just done this, but I've driven down to the Skillion at Terrigal. I'll show you the view. This is the beautiful place that I live. And funny enough, my dear friend who took his life in October 2015, obviously we had no idea, and he and I used to come and sit here all the time in the car and chat. And so yeah, it's crazy that I've just driven all the way here to make this video. But I've got some statistics for you. Every day, now I was going to do just Australia, but I have so many international friends, and suicide doesn't just, it's not just in Australia. Around 192 men in Australia each month commit suicide. Think about that for a second. Now, I can guarantee you guys that somebody watching this video right now is suicidal. I absolutely believe it. Somebody who watches this video, whether you like it, you share it, you comment, it's going to show up on someone's newsfeed, is suicidal. And I can see people coming on, I can see people watching this, and you never know what someone's going through. It might be money stresses, it might be divorce. Do you know how many men are taken away from their kids, or vice versa, and they commit suicide, or they're thinking about it? It's not the answer. It's really not the answer. And there is help, and you're not alone. I guarantee you that, I just only wish that Reese reached out, because he had so many friends, he had so much love, and he just didn't know it because, depression takes over, and all these thoughts come into our minds, and we think we think that we're worthless. We think that there's nothing. And I've been so bullied in the past. One of the statistics here. So there's 3,000 people that commit suicide every day. 3,000 people every day commit suicide. That is crazy. Every 40 seconds, I've been live for 2 minutes, 2 people have committed suicide worldwide. 4,400 people commit suicide because of bullying. So the next time you're an asshole to someone, think about the implications that it's going to have. Because I fucking hate bullying. Like, seriously, I get bullied so often, and I don't know what people's issue is. Well, I know what it is. It's when your light is so bright and you want to be a world changer and you want to challenge the status quo, you have to deal with people that are so insecure in themselves. But think about the implications that has on people. And I feel sad for them. And I hope that they're not one of the ones that's suffering from depression. But think about it before you're a bully, because 4,400 people per year commit suicide because they're being bullied. And the third leading cause of suicide in 15 to 24-year-olds is suicide. Can you imagine your 15-year-old niece or son or daughter, your cousin, committing suicide at 15 years old because they don't see a light away? Like, that's bullshit. It needs to be talked about, absolutely. It needs to be something that is a common conversation in your house. It needs to be something that's not taboo. People don't talk about it. If you have, hello Henry, if you have, you know, I did a talk at a school, and I'm going to throw this out there because I would love to, if you work in a school, please get me in touch with your principal. I want to come and do talks, and I want to talk to the kids, because I had a terrible upbringing. I had a horrible childhood. And I want to talk to these kids at school to say that, you know, there is a light at the end of the tunnel and you can get through it. And I'm going to cry. I went to a school last year and I spoke to 200 boys, and they were between the ages of year 8 to year 12, so probably 12 to 18 years. And I just said to them, like, when you go home and your big brother or your big sister or your little brother or big sister is being a jerk to you, just give them a hug, you know, just be there for them, because you never know what they're going through, you know, and we all go through such different things. I'm so emotional. We all go through such different things, and the age that I was when I went through things at home, my sisters and my brothers were different ages, so we all experienced it differently. The second highest cause of death for 24 to 35-year-olds is suicide. Like, it's just crazy. And I also know so many people later on in their 50s also do it. So, I'm so emotional. I just think it's so important to take care of each other, and just to know that, you know, someone can make a difference in someone in anyone's life. You know, just be kind to your family. You know, our families are not always the nicest, they're not always the kindest, but everyone's got their own issues. Everyone's got so much shit going on. I just saw one of my good friends, Cadet, come on. You know, the highest suicide rate is Asia. You know, we love our Balinese, we love our Asian friends, and, you know, it's just such a, you know, we just need to be kind to humans. Hi everyone, I can see you all coming on. You know, Lauren, I know that so many people are going through divorces right now. I know that people are losing their kids. I know that people are using their kids as fucking bait. It's so horrible. There are some horrible people in this world, and I just think that if many of us can be that guiding light, you know, life can be good. My life is amazing. I'm crying, I'm really emotional, but my life is so amazing, but I created it. And I had a talk to a girlfriend today who's struggling in her business and not sure what to do, and I said, babe, what will make you happy? Like, if going back to work full-time won't make you happy, don't do it. Don't, you know, life is too short. And if you're unhappy and you're feeling suicidal, what is it that you need to do to change it? What can just strip yourself right back and just start fresh. Like, I literally packed up my whole life this year and I moved overseas. I traveled and I lived out of my suitcase, and it wasn't because I was living this beautiful big high life. It's because I was depressed and lonely and lost. And I went over and I found myself. I'm shaking. I went over and I found myself, and I know that not everyone can do that, but you do have the ability to change your path. And it's not suicide. I have a beautiful boy that's going to join my nutritional cleansing team next month, and he was so suicidal at the beginning of the year, he crashed his car into a pole, and he didn't die. And he's been given a second chance, and he's lost so much weight, and he's so excited to jump on board and do network marketing with me and build his own life and his own future. And we have such an amazing community. I'm so grateful that John and Alison, who both lost their friends last month, have been able to be supported by us. And I can see you both commenting, but we just never know what someone's going through. So I want you guys to like and share and comment on this video, please, because you don't know who in your community is suffering. You don't know if your uncle, your brother, your son, your neighbor, your best friend, your husband, you don't know. I had breakfast with my beautiful best friend from school this morning, and her sister's husband committed suicide. It was almost 10 years ago now, and the kids and the wife are still suffering. And it says in here, like, each suicide affects intimately 6 people. And I can tell you, when Reese committed suicide, it affected far more than 6 of us. And still does right now. He left behind a beautiful mum and brother and best friends. So I didn't mean to get so emotional, but this is so, so close to my heart, and I just know that no one really knows the effects of suicide until it's too late. So please be kind to your loved ones. Please be kind to strangers. Please hug people. You know, I am a bit crazy and a bit woo-woo, but it's nice to be nice to strangers. I have so many people say to me, you have such amazing energy, because you just have to. And I think that's why bullies hurt me so much. When I do get bullied, it really, really hurts me. And honestly, the other week when that guy was such a dick to me in the nightclub, I'm not going to say I was suicidal, but I laid in bed that night sobbing. I cried myself to sleep and wondered, is this all worth it? Is it worth it to be so loud? Is it worth it to be out there? Is it worth it to be that voice when then you just go out and you can't even have a drink at night because some arsehole pulls you aside and tells you that I make myself look better on social media to make other people feel vulnerable. There are some really nasty people out there, so just make sure that if that's you, do a bit of personal development, do a bit of self-growth, find your soul, and be put on this earth for a better reason than to bring others down. So I love you all. I'm sorry I didn't get through to all these comments, but I'm just about to jump online and run an online health session at 8 o'clock. So this went longer than normal. I love you all so much. I'm going to reply to all your comments when I get off my call later. Please like, share, and comment, and hopefully Nathan will still honour his donation of $1,000. We reached $100,000 this year for Hotter Than Zac Efron. It's an amazing, amazing cause, and I guess if it wasn't so loud on social media and such a bright light, that wouldn't have happened. But congratulations to everyone who donated, and I'm so sorry for all your losses. Bye, guys.